My fellow Americans, Eddie Marcus here, again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I want my fellow brothers and sisters of the human race, take a look at me. Look at me. I'm nothing more than any one of you. If you're poor, living in a tent, or sleeping on the sidewalk, you're just as much as I am. I'm no more than you. If you're rich, I'm no more than you. If you're locked up in jail or in prison, I'm no more than you. It doesn't matter whatever your status is in life. I'm no more than you. But there's one thing I am awfully proud of. I learned in my life how to love me some people. I learned how to love me some people. Now, when I say I learned how to love me some people, it doesn't mean that I don't get angry at some people, that I get as frustrated as I possibly can with some people. And sometimes when I get frustrated, I think about where I come from, and I'll use all kind of profane language to express the disgust that I feel. But the only reason I feel this disgust, the only reason I go this way, is because I got myself some love for me some people. And when I say I got me some love for me some people, what do I mean? I mean basically that I love myself. I dream, and I think, and hope, and pray. I've always done that for myself. That living in these bodies during these times is the only life I know. And as far as I know, really know, it is my only opportunity to experience those fantastic things of life, of peace, not worrying about anybody causing trouble, not worrying about anybody that can be considered as an enemy, that everybody basically is satisfied because justice reigns supreme. Oh boy, when I talk about it, I think about prosperity, which basically means that we know who we are individually, and we are so proud and thankful and glad that we are who we are. And there's something about us that makes us so fantastically proud, is that we got something that we love to give, something we love to do. And in doing it, it gives us our greatest joy. My friends, we're prosperous. We're free. There's nobody trying to bound us, not with philosophies of their own, or all of the many things that I don't want to fill in the blank, that you can fill in on ways that society wants to chain us. But that freedom, man, that's what I always want. That's what I want for the human race. And that joy that I mentioned about, that you get from knowing who you are, why you are, and excited about being who you are, that means you're engaging yourself. You're engaging yourself in this whole family life. You're giving. You're not taking. You're giving. You're making sure that your love flow. It doesn't matter what you do, whatever it is, it's your love, and you're giving it. Giving it. And it causes such a manifestation that it just overflows to the degree that every human being in America, and every human being that can access it, would have the same joy of life that we have. Because that which we have become is overflowing the borders. Like when you look in China and you see those floods, when you look in Indonesia, you see those floods. When you look at in Appalachians and you see those floods, when you see in Kentucky those floods, and Missouri those floods, you know people are hurting. And no one can feel joy and pain for that. But if you think about being ready, that even though this crisis exists, and moment when it comes through, that we the people have that thing set up such together that nobody's crying now, because now we are alive again. Hey, people need us, and we are coming to the call. My friends, this is what I'm talking about. You, me, you, and every last one of us. Our dreams coming true. I mean, our dreams just real. No more, you know, is it? It's here. We're living it. Living it. Now, that's a fantastic thing for me. I years ago realized that was me. And here I am right at this moment. Don't know what the next moment holds, but I'm still dedicated to that cause. You, those of you who are in pain right now. When I ran for president, well, I know I didn't fit the mold. They got it set up so if you got to run for office, you got to have money. Everything on this side of life is about money. But I'm talking about people. I'm talking about you and you and you. And money can't buy what I just got through talking about. That's a decision that you, the people, make because you have faith. You have faith in a power bigger than yourself. You realize that you're not the answer to everything. And you got to put your faith in something else. And why not put it in something that you really don't know? Like the creator of the earth. Why not put your faith in that kind of power? Why not put your faith in looking up at the sky and say, what happened? Put your faith in the maker of the sky. Or the trees, if you don't want to go that far, or the grass. Or a dog or a kitten. Put your faith in something that is bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than us. And allow that power to live in us and see what that power can do through us. Man, I'm telling you. I was hoping that when I came out in the late 80s and something like that, and told through the medium that I could, flyers and writing newspapers and making statements like that, putting posters here and there, going to some church yards or standing wherever I could see some people and trying to get them interested to the degree that they would start talking enough to get people interested to want to know more. Well, it didn't work that way, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, you know how the people was chasing Donald Trump? Now, Donald Trump represents the opposite of what I was talking about. But it seems that from that day, I think that was in 2015 maybe, to this day, the 22nd, they haven't been able to stop talking about that man. And the thing about it is that it's not really good talk, but they talk. And all of the people who put him down because of what he represents, they stick on that talk, I guess because that's where the money is. You talk about what I just got through talking about, it seems if nobody's interested. You think of joking, look at how many times I've been clicked. No, but look, I tell you what, I can't make you and I can't break you. But I tell you one thing, I'm so glad that it's not a single person, I don't care how angry I got with you, that you could say, I want you to suffer. Whatever it is, get even. Nothing. No, baby. I don't care what we've been through. In the end of the day, I don't want you to ever have to worry about anything like food and clothing and shelter and education and healthcare and transportation and the benefits of the infrastructure and anything that humankind are able to cause a manifestation through their imagination. If you desire, if you want, it's available to you because that's the power of that which is invisible, that is made alive through you and me. Now, I just wanted to say that to you, ladies and gentlemen, because today I had an experience, and I just want to share with you. My daughter has a car and the alternator went out. That means the alternator was no good. So she took it to the shop to have it repaired or to have the problem corrected. She ended up buying another alternator with the service and stuff, costing roughly $1,000. Now, let's say 30 days later, you got to take it back because the same problems that occurred with the old alternator now is happening with the new alternator. You take it back in 30 days later. And then you take a year, say 12 months pass, and you'd have to take it back in again. Why? For the same problem. This time, oil had been made available. I mean, they say it's spreading around there someplace, and the first thing they want to blame is the oil. Without any research, without any diagnostics that would indicate that's the case, they saw the oil because oil will damage alternators. Many of them are riding around here today, alternators with oil covered all over them, but they're still working. They say the good ones will last through rough times, but the cheap ones won't. But if you pay about $1,000 for something, you think you're getting something pretty good. However, now the guy says the problem is the oil, so the warranty does not apply here. Then you take it to the guy who put the oil, did your oil change, because there was something that that was pointed out as being negligible. And so when they go there and take it to them, they say, oh, well, we have no problem with following our warranty, going through with our insurance, but the problem here is that there's nothing here that indicates that it was the oil. In fact, as I look at the alternator and as I look at the records, it's indicating that the alternator's been going on with having problems for quite some time. I hadn't thought about that too much. But anyway, it brought it to my attention because I was focusing. And here I stand. What do you think? I know when I go back to the guy who did the alternator, he's going to say that they all did it. And I'm saying, well, give me some evidence. I mean, do a diagnostic, do something to let me know you do that, then I can go back to the oil guy and they'll take care of it. But if you can't do that, then how do you expect me to accept that? I mean, how do you expect me to accept it? He represents business. He can't accept that. I represent me. I can't accept that. Why do you expect me to accept it? Well, anyway, you know the end of that story. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so very much for giving me this your opportunity. And make sure that you protect yourselves by loving everyone. Even if you get mad with them if you have to, but then fall right back in love as soon as you turn around. Don't let nothing cause you to hate. Because the moment you start hating, woo! Until next time, goodbye.